Do you hear that sound? Yeah, you got it? That's the sound of failure. I am either headed out on a really stupid afternoon trip or it's going to be a good one. We're going to find out. The only reason why I'd say it might be a stupid one is because I am not prepared at all. Like, at all for this trip. I left this morning thinking that, oh yeah, I think I'm going to run out and go check out this waterfall. And then I'll kind of make my way home, you know, through some back roads, dirt roads, and it'll just be a good kind of easy afternoon. But I don't have any, like, water. I forgot to grab my backpack that is like my go pack that has, you know, snacks and water and knives and fire starter and all of that stuff in it. I even forgot my extra case that has my GoPro batteries in it, the other little SIM card, my backup GoPro. You know, I'm not prepared for this afternoon. So this is either a good idea or it's just going to be a bad idea, because I am not interested in having to spend the night out here with as cold as it's been. So today's actually pretty nice, if I'm honest, but it's still dropping down into the 20s at night, and that's plenty cold for me to not have a sleeping bag and a coat and stuff like that. So, oh, I'm also missing my GPS. I don't have that with me, which again is not ideal. I know this area fairly well, so I think I'll be able to make my way home, but I'm not going to be able to pick out the quickest route, which is kind of critical, because the other thing about this is it's my mother-in-law's birthday today. So I'm supposed to be home by 6 o'clock for that birthday dinner and that celebration tonight. So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to haul butt out here and see, A, if I can find the waterfall, B, if there's water running on the waterfall, which I think there will be with as much moisture we've had lately. But the really cool part of it is, C, it might be frozen. It might be a frozen waterfall, which will look spectacular. But there's only one way to find out, so we're going to hit the road and see if we can make it happen. Hit the dirt. I just locked in the hubs. I don't know that I'm really going to need them. This looks pretty wet. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, but it's always better to be prepared than to end up stuck when you could have easily just pulled it into four-wheel drive. This isn't one of those modern vehicles where you just turn a little knob inside and poof, you've magically got four-wheel drive. You actually got to get out and manually lock in the hubs. So we're locked in and we're ready to roll. Well, we made it. That road is rough. I mean, just rough. It is one of the most washboarded roads I've been on, and I'm sorry to say, I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's the side-by-sides that are just destroying that road. I'm sure they've got a cushy ride and a lot of advantages, but that's definitely one big disadvantage for us guys that don't have those fancy rigs is, man, it makes those roads rough with high traffic. But we made it, and now we're here. So I'm going to stop here and just see if you can listen to this. Just pay attention to the sound here. Do you hear that sound? Yeah, you got it? That's the sound of failure. Not only is the waterfall not frozen, there's no water, which I am really surprised by. I mean, you probably saw the roads coming in. There's snow melt all over those. But no water here. I really thought that there would be. I had a clue when I crossed the river just a little bit back up the road there, because there was some water pockets, but nothing running. And I thought, really? And yeah, really, no water. I will try and throw up a picture. I've been here with a buddy of mine when this has just been, I mean, just a flash flood coming through here, just horrendous with water. But you've got to get it at the right time, and clearly I picked the wrong time. But this is still a pretty cool spot. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get the drone up and cruise around a little bit, see if I can't show you some of the local scenery here. It's pretty neat being here with all the snow, and just kind of a different type of year. But a lot of times you get any sort of moisture and that sucker is just coming through there hard. But check this out, see what you think. Okay, well, that's a pretty cool spot. Even if there isn't water, it's kind of just a pretty area being down in the bottom of that riverbed. I'm starting to roll out now. I've got more bad news. This GoPro camera, the battery on it's about to die, and oh, sorry, kind of a rock step there. And the remote for the drone is about to die also. Great. I'm just not prepared at all for this trip. So I think with everything that's going on, what I'm gonna plan to do is, instead of taking the whole scenic room home, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I just remembered about a spot that I came to back in high school with a buddy of mine, and I haven't been there since. From what I remember, it's a pretty neat spot, but that was a long time ago. So I think I'm gonna backtrack, see if we can't find that. Meanwhile, I am going to, sorry, no power steering in this beast, and weaving through these trees is a bit of a chore. Meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is plug into the GoPro into my stereo, hope that that trickles down some sort of a charge to keep this rolling, So hopefully I can complete this adventure for you and not have it end up being an utter failure. So stay tuned. We're going to give this a whirl and see what we can find. Oh, tree. I just wanted to give you an appreciation for what I'm saying when I'm saying this road is rough. I really don't want to have to backtrack this, but I think it's going to turn out better that way. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say it's rough. It is just washboarded as all get out, and not just like little washboards that you can kind of scoot across on some of those dirt roads. Oh, you're starting to tip over. No, this is deep stuff that just bounces the heck, jiggles your gut. Not real comfortable, I promise you. But I'm gonna do it for you because I think this spot that I'm headed to is gonna look pretty good. And oh, you're falling over again. I think it's gonna look pretty good, so I hope it's worth it. I hope that I don't fail you again and take you to another dud. But this is not real pleasant trying to have to navigate all this stuff to get back to these spots. I'm telling you, I still can't figure out how there wasn't any water at that waterfall by the size of the puddles I was splashing through. The amount of snow melt that's on the road, it just baffles me that none of that has drifted down and made it to that waterfall. But I don't know, I guess we're a desert. Maybe all that water's just soaking into the ground, doing the best that it can to green up our area. We definitely need the moisture, and we're definitely desperate for it. So what can I say? But here we are. Check this out. Back in high school, I had a buddy that worked in the meat department of the local grocery store. And we decided we'd take off and go exploring one day. And so we came up this road and we threw in some stewed beef. Or beef chunks that were intended for a stew. Saw this little canyon here, thought, well, let's go hike down there and check that out. So we did. We hiked down to the end, built a little fire, whittled down some skewers, and cooked that beef over the fire, and just enjoyed nature. Really cool experience. Sam, kind of lost track of you, but if you're out there somewhere, I'm thinking of you, and appreciate those fun memories we had back in high school. Pretty neat spot, isn't it? It's better than I remembered, if I'm honest with you. I'm really happy I stopped there. Oh, look at these. Look at these cool, we call them cedar trees, but they're actually juniper. Isn't that neat how they just get kind of gnarly and I don't know, almost spooky looking. But this has been just fantastic being up here. Oh, there's Toner. That's why I'm out of breath. She thinks we're playing still. She has not lost an ounce of energy though. She's just cruising. But I gotta get home. I've spent too much time playing. Now it's time to get home for the birthday party, so I'm gonna go load up. I haven't put it in 4-wheel drive yet. So far, everything's been good. So I didn't need the hubs in, but we're gonna hightail it out of here, hit the dirt road, hit the paved road, and head on home. Oh, check this out too. This is that slot right at the beginning. You can just imagine the water coming through here and just working that as it flows down. As it flows down on through here, just carving its way on through. So pretty neat spot. I don't know how many people actually stop in that little wash. We're kind of on this, I don't know what I'd call it, a dirt road or main dirt road, but we're on this dirt road here, and I don't know how many people stop and check that out, but it's definitely worth stopping and checking out. But I got to head on home, so I'm gonna sign out for now and then tell you until next time, lock them in, grab a gear, and I'll see you in the hills. Check out that guy, huh? Well, looks like there's another one up behind him. I can't tell if that's another buck or not. Oh, it is. Yeah. Pretty cool to see a little bit of wildlife on the way out too. That's just kind of the cherry on top, I guess. Nice.